It's almost time to rumble. It's almost time for the Royal Rumble. It's such good shit, pal. Ha ha ha. I'm John Retton with my WWE Royal Rumble 2022 predictions. Let me know your predictions in the comments, please. Boy, I gotta pick and choose when I do that Vince impression because, ha ha, it really overshoots my voice. Such good shit, pal. But anyway, yes, the Royal Rumble, the one time of the year where the superstars of Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head to establish brand white supremacy. Wait, that's the Survivor Series concept. Nope, this is when a bunch of superstars just get in the ring. It's 30 men, it's 30 women, all human centipede together. My goodness, this is going to be done with a definite tongue-in-cheek mentality. But anyway, only 6 matches announced for the card as of now, and it's taking place in the big old stadium in St. Louis, and I really, really hope that the goddamn crowd has fun. I really hope that they're loud, they get loud, and that they're lit as fuck, I believe, as the kids say, because I'm 41 years old and Caucasian and not hip at all, but I'm hip with the lingo, except I'm not. I'm more closer to breaking hip than I am hip with the lingo. But anyway, let's talk about this card. I also did write down the list for the men's and the women's rumbles right now, the list of participants as it stands on Tuesday, the 25th. So if anything changes, excuse me for not having the fucking clairvoyance to see ahead. So let's crack on with Edge and Beth against Ms and Maurice. I don't care. I know this means a lot to the couples. Great. Their kids can see them. Hooray for children being happy. I don't care about children. Seriously, I fucking loathe children. But enough about how much I loathe children. I don't loathe children as much as another Canadian man that was, of course, a wrestler and a family man that won the Royal Rumble from the #1 spot in 2004. And gee, I wonder who that was. If only they had tapped out, but the referee didn't signal for the bell. This isn't about Chris Benoit. Edge and Beth will win. Ms and Maurice could win and they could continue this feud and it wouldn't fucking matter. Edge and Beth can win and this feud can continue and it wouldn't fucking matter. But I think Edge and Beth are going to win. Mainly because Maurice has no business being in a wrestling ring. She just wants to be there to team with Miz. She's not really taking that. She didn't take that many bumps in her career anyway. Had a hell of a DDT, but Beth is just going to maul her, beat her, and that's going to be it. Because where else can they fucking go with this goddamn feud? So anyway, that's going to happen. Edge and Beth, and then Becky Lynch against Pepe Niven. Not Deirdre. Such a stupid goddamn name. DD, get out of my laboratory. For the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch is going to win. I think this match has potential to be pretty good. Maybe even a potential match of the year candidate. Here's the thing. The name is really goddamn stupid. Just call her Piper Niven. And Becky Lynch is in a holding pattern until we see what happens with the Women's Royal Rumble. Oh, fucking dear, if the rumors are true. Becky Lynch is going to retain. Give the match about 15 minutes. And I think they could tell a pretty good story. But obviously, Becky is going to have to win. What is the point of giving Pepe Niven the Raw Women's Championship at this point? So, anyway, we go to Bork Lesnar, the Borkerjack, the Lesnar Jack, and he's okay. He will F5 Lashley all day, I fear. It is the Lesnar Jack with Paul Heyman, the Advocate, against Bobby Lashley with MVP for the WWE Championship. I really want Lashley to win. Now, it's possible Lashley could win. We could get a winner at, for the men's rumble. And we could get that matchup again like we got when Big E, it would be Big E. Big E could possibly win the men's rumble after Lashley has won the WWE Championship. We could run that match back with some proper build and actually it could be quite good. I think Bork's going to win. Now, I'd be all for both the titles changing, but I got a feeling that Lesnar is going to win here. Now, it's possible that Lesnar loses, enters the Rumble, wins it, and then challenges Roman Reigns. But I got Bork retaining. Why? Because fuck it. Because why not? Because they're probably bound determined to fuse in Human Centipede the 2 titles. Fusion! Ha! If Lashley wins, I will be happy to be wrong. Because I really think he deserves another WWE Championship run. But Bork Lesnar will get the victory. Now we get Roman Reigns versus Seth freaking Rollins. God, the freaking thing is just so goddamn ridiculous. One of two things. Roman's going to win. They're going to do the title unification thing. Or Seth freaking Rollins wins and he takes the title to Raw. And Bork goes to SmackDown and we get that match. And we get Seth Rollins versus somebody that I fear will win the men's rumble. So I think that's what's going to... My heart says that Roman will win and continue this, Universal Championship record-breaking run and take it to WrestleMania. which it would get close to 600 days. It won't quite be 600 days, but it'll be a record that won't be broken. It'll never be broken, Ole Anderson. I think Seth Rollins is going to pull out the shocking win. Just because I don't know. I have some weird feeling that Seth is going to win. I hope I'm wrong because I got nothing against Seth. I would rather see Roman's title reign culminate and climax at WrestleMania. Who wouldn't want to see the head of the table, getting head at the table, climaxing, hoorah, on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. But Seth Rollins, he will win. Maybe, kinda, sorta. All this shit's up in the air and the TV hasn't been very good, so forgive me if I'm just having a little bit of fun with these predictions. Now we get to the Men's Rumble. 30-man all-human centipede together. So, as of right now, Tuesday the 25th, the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Mysterios, Rey Mysterio and Dominic. I fear Dominic may actually last about 20 minutes in this Rumble, further irritating me and me alone. I don't actually hate Dominic as a person, I just find him kind of annoying. And also this whole thing teaming with Rey is passe at this point. It's past Rey at this point. Austin Theory, Johnny Knoxville. I know that Drew Carey was in one of the greatest Royal Rumbles of all time, the 2001 Rumble, and that was pretty much just hinted at a little bit, and then suddenly like they decided to promote it big on pay-per-view because he had a big stand-up thing. Great, cool. It took a while for that Rumble to fucking recover. They had to get to the hardcore stuff, and Kane just had to go absolutely crazy, murdering everybody and just destroying everybody, and just, flattening it, and then it finally picked back up. Drew Carey's involvement was stupid. Now, I know Johnny Knoxville, I'm sure, is a big fan, and they're getting promotional money because of the Jackass Forever thing. They ain't going to be living forever. They ain't going to be forever young. They're not going to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Get Jackass Forever out of here. I know some people like the Jackass movies. That's fine. I'm sure that they will try to, make this as entertaining as possible. Here's the thing. I didn't mind Bad Bunny's involvement by the end of it. I was against it at first and for a while. I had to eat crow about this Johnny Knoxville thing is stupid. This may end up being just as bad as the Zombie Lumberjack match at WrestleMania Backlash. So Knoxville's in it. It's a shameful... It's Fight Night Sheamus, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Big E, Baron Corbin. I'm just going to call him Baron Corbin. Moss, Zayn, Kofi, Owens, Edward James Omos, Orton, a lot of O's right there, and Otis, Ziggler, Rude, Riddle, and Gable. That's 22. Here are the people that I think could possibly make their return/call-up thing. Mostly call-ups. Now, I left a couple open just in case, but I have LA Knight, showing up. I have Heavy Metal Von Wagner showing up for no goddamn reason. I have Peter Dunne showing up. And then I have Ciampa, Walter. He is Walter. That is his name. I'm going to keep calling him Walter. And Rex Steiner. And I think Rex Steiner's going to get a nice 10 to 15 minutes and have a good showing and everything, because they are going to rocket the fuck out of that guy. They are going to rocket him up. If Reigns somehow retains the Universal Championship at WrestleMania, don't be shocked if they rocket him and have him beat Reigns at SummerSlam. Don't be shocked. But that's who I have for the, and they could throw a couple other legends in there. A couple other people returning from injury. Who the hell knows? They released so many goddamn people. There are a whole bunch of names running through my head. That was a nice duo. But anyway, who do I have winning? I think Big E could win. Big E is possible just to, have this big ascent, maybe not just totally cool him off to where he's a fucking iceberg, heat him back up, and have him go for either Lashley, Bork, or Reigns. And either of them. He could have a good match with any of them. Now, I think it would be him going after Lesnar, if Lesnar retained, would be kind of cool. But if Lesnar does lose, by the way, if he loses to Lashley, he's entering the Rumble and he's winning. And he's going to be a two-time winner. And that's what I fear. But I'm going to go with Big E, or, and this is my fear, if Rollins wins the Universal Championship, a lot of scenarios in play here, it's going to be Austin Theory. They are going to have Seth freaking Rollins come to the goddamn Raw side. He's going to come in Raw, explains why Becky had to take time off to go be a mother. And he is going to have the Universal Championship for a little bit. They're going to rocket the fuck out of Theory. Theory's going to win the Universal Championship at WrestleMania, because Vince McMahon is apparently very high on him. So much so that he blows eraser's shavings in his face. Why? I don't know why he does the erasure thing. Maybe he wants a little respect to me. But if you should falter, I'm going to push you further down the... Nope. Fuck. Overshot my voice right there. Gotta finish it. God, that Vince impression really does a lot. But Big E, he will win unless Lesnar does lose the WWE Championship. So it's one of three. Lesnar could enter and do that, because why the fuck not? Or they go with the dark horse, Austin Theory. Now, if AJ Styles happened to win, that would be kind of cool, but I don't know. At this stage of AJ Styles' career, I don't really think he's going to do it. Grayson Waller could be another person that could make a call up, and they could just have him in there. Watch them shockingly have Johnny Gargano come back. No, I don't think he's going to come back, but that's what I think is going to happen. Big E or Lesnar if he happens to lose the championship, or they go with the dark horse, Austin Theory. Now we go with the Women's Royal Rumble. 30 women all scissoring each other. Saw a movie like that once. Moving hastily on. The Women's Rumble participants. 21 announced as of this recording. Rhea Ripley, who I need to throw me. Just throw me around. Just throw me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Nikki Ash. Dana Brooke. Carmella. Carmella lasts more than a goddamn minute in this Rumble. It's a travesty. Zelina, who will walk under the bottom rope to avoid elimination. Tamina gained the chance to handle up to 29 women in the same match. She really is channeling her dad. That's mean. It's not Tamina's fault that her dad's a fucking murderer and never spent a day in jail for it. Liv, Bianca, Shotzi, Natty, Aaliyah, who is moving remarkably well despite the fact that that trip from the Bahamas did not end all that well. Crash into me. God, I'm an asshole. Naomi. Naomi would be a nice winner. Naomi ain't gonna win. Shayna Baszler, Charlotte Flair, the Bellas. If the Bellas last that long in this Rumble, it's a travesty. Lita. Lita shouldn't win this thing. And I like Lita. I really do. Lita got a Raw deal, literally, in 2006. But Lita should not win this thing. If I'm going to knock, old people... let me rephrase it. Lesnar winning it, I could see Vince doing that just because. I do not see Lita on the same level as Lesnar, even though Lita's very good and Lita certainly can still move well. But Lita winning the Rumble at this point? To what end? To what fucking end? Her versus Charlotte, so Charlotte can take another horrible twist of fate and corpse more than Reed after March 29th, 2013? Anyway, we get Mickie James, the current Knockouts champion. She should come out with the title. It would be really cool to see. Michelle McCool, Kelly Kelly, and Summer Rae. Okay, there you go. That's who I got right there. I took a while to get through that list. So... let's talk about the possible call-ups / returns. Io Shirai. Io Shirai has to show up. What is the point of having Io Shirai in your company if you're not going to at least at some point feature her on the main roster? Granted, she will probably be just freaking, neutered and destroyed, but at least she'll have a Rumble moment. Cora Jade, I think, will be somebody that'll show up. Raquel Gonzalez. Alexa Bliss is going to show up, and I loathe it. I don't loathe Alexa Bliss. I loathe this idea that she is apparently somebody that is worth a damn outside of selling merch in wrestling. It's not believable watching her in the ring anymore. And this character, to me, is stupid. Molly Holly, I think, will be a legend that'll show up. They could have Victoria show up again. I don't know. I thought Victoria retired. It would be cool if Karma showed up, but I don't think so. It'd be awesome if Gail Kim showed up, but Gail Kim, I believe, retired a couple of years ago. So here we go. Who could it be? Well, we have a couple other possible returns. Bianca is a dark horse to win it 2 years in a row. I'd love to see Naomi win it also. Sonya is going to end up being in the Rumble, or Sonya's going to end up coming down and costing Naomi the a chance to be there, and they're going to build that match towards WrestleMania because this feud will not die. Here are the two. You got Bianca, you got Naomi. They're possibilities. Alexa also maybe. So it's a bit open. The field's more open than one of my exes. Moving on from that. Bayley. Because Bayley has tweeted out that she wants returns, kind of stuff and everything, and they put this timetable out that she's going to be out for a while. Now, Sasha Banks could make a shocking return because they said she'd be out like 6 to 8 weeks with an injured foot and anal bleeding. What? Wow. Can never get over that quote. Sasha could possibly return. She could be down, in the final, 4. Or Bayley is the most likely shot on a return. Why? They talk about, she's going to be out like 9 months or stuff like that. I guarantee you she's rehabbing. She's going to work hard. She's going to make her return. If she's medically cleared, she's going to make her return. Bayley winning would be fucking awesome. I'd be all for that. And she could try to heal it. She is going to get a monster fucking pop if she returns. I almost think it's a lock she returns. Maybe not a lock that she wins, because rumors are they want another return. Rowdy Ronda Rousey, who, of course, if she has to deal with these women, will have to cut off her hair and wash their feet with it. Am I going to forget that quote? No, never. If Ronda is going to return, if Ronda actually is going to be in the Rumble, she's winning it. And they're going to run back Becky versus Ronda, maybe throw Bianca in there, and they're going to have Becky beat Ronda, or they're going to have Ronda beat Becky, and they're going to run Bianca versus Ronda, which actually would be kind of cool to see, or they're going to end up maybe doing the triple threat at SummerSlam, and they do Becky versus Ronda at Mania. I'm very worried, guys, because if Ronda ends up winning it, it's going to be a bit brutal. And her first run was remarkably pretty damn good. There were potholes, obviously, but Ronda returns her is going to be divisive. Divisive as fuck. Man, they are, everybody's going to be split. Almost as split as her finger was after that, 911 episode. And if you saw that, you saw that. That was pretty goddamn brutal. She couldn't figure out the situation. But I say Bayley or Ronda. So those are my picks. Let me know your picks in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.